Welcome to Octane Mobile Gaming. Welcome once again to the channel. I'm Octane, your host, and today we take a look at the next deck that is out for the Slay event, which starts this afternoon. Now the deck is a Noble Killer. I had a quick look at it and it looks like a really nice supporting deck. But before I go on, I did benefit from the buy one get one free offer, where I managed to actually get an ultra rare on the second tier, and I got a second ultra rare free, which was quite nice. It's not too bad when you actually get quite lucky, which I was really lucky this week. So I actually just crafted one card, which was a Master Collection card, and got a second Master Collection card from the collection, the Shiny Master Collection, which was quite nice. So I managed to craft a 2 pink star ultimate form, Drake Patriarchs, and this one will create 7 light power gem 7s. If an attack or damage buff is activated, it upgrades all light power gems by 1 rank. Now, when I first saw that battle skill, I didn't read it right through, so I thought every time you activate a battle skill that increases attack or damage, it actually upgrades power gems by 1 rank higher, which would mean if you've got 4 cards on the board that actually increase your damage or attack, it would actually just keep upgrading your power gems. That would be quite nice, but that's not really what it is. Only when you activate one card that actually increase a damage buff or the attack increase, it will upgrade the power gems once. It won't continuously upgrade the power gems. So it's kind of nice that it actually has the ability to upgrade power gems by 1 rank when you activate attack increase or attack buff or damage increase. That's nice. We have a lot of cards that does that increase damage and increase attack. It creates only 7 power gem 7s, which I was a bit disappointed about. I actually would rather it creating 10 light power gem 7s, which is a bit better. It increases the power of this card. The 2 passive on board, the first of which heals for 5000% of hero's recovery when an attack or damage buff is activated. So that as well relies on you increasing the attack or the damage of the deck. Now, before I move on, let me just clarify. You have to actually activate your battle skill before you benefit from the upgrade. So if your battle skill isn't activated, you do not benefit from the upgrade skill that you've got. It's sort of a passive that is embedded in your battle skill. So only when your battle skill is activated, when an attack or damage boost is activated, you benefit from the upgrade. You've got a 3 turn cooldown, so every 3 turn you'll be able to benefit from that skill. Now the second at the start of the second passive is the one that will increase your attack. At the start of every 3rd turn, it increases Light Slayer's attack by 115% for 3 turns. I'm not really certain if this skill will be active on turn 0. Not really sure, because some of the times you've got these type of skill and they've got a 3 turn cooldown when you start the battle. So when you start the battle, you don't actually get the skill, but I'm assuming if it's anything like Metaverse Master, you will get it on turn 0, because Metaverse Master has got a 5 turn cooldown on its skill that creates rainbow gems, and that one activates on turn 0. So this one might activate on turn 0 as well. So this one does quite a few things. Could have been a bit better, but however, it's a nice supporting card because it has the ability to upgrade all light power gems on the board to 1 rank higher. It's got a counter skill that dispels poison and a counter skill that dispels gem silence. Poison affects your health, and poison basically silence any card. Not poison, gem silence. It silences any card that creates power gems. Any card that creates ordinary gems, it will not silence those ones. So power gem silence is something that you need to dispel. Let's move on to the Master Collection card. Now the Master Collection card is the one that is going to upgrade your power gems and not your ultra rare. So it creates 7 light power gems 6s, not 7s like ultimate form. If an attack or damage buff is activated, it upgrades all light power gems by 1 rank. So if you're running 1 Master Collection card, 1 ultimate form, you can upgrade your power gems by 2 rank. It hasn't got any passive on board, and this one dispels power gem silence as well. Now your ultra rare is the one that's gonna give your attack increase. It creates a total of 15 light power gem 7s, which is quite nice. That's a really good amount of power gems this one is creating. So this one is going to be one of the cards that's going to create quite a lot of power gems on the board for you. So at a rate of 5 per turn for 3 turns, and increase Light Slayer's attack by 15%. Now I didn't actually read through the battle skill the first time I saw this card, but that is quite disappointing. This card actually belongs in a commander event, not in a Slayer event. You would expect to see in a Slayer event it creates the 15 power gems on activation, not the 15 power gems over 3 turns. 5 per turn. That is quite disappointing. Very, very disappointing if you ask me. This battle skill doesn't belong on a Slayer card. This battle skill actually belongs on a commander card. Really and truly on a commander card. Commander cards are the cards that you expect to create 15 power gems over 3 turns. This one is pretty disappointing. It increases Light Slayer attack by 115% for 3 turns. So the ultra rare for me is quite disappointing. I'm wondering if it's because we've got the buy one get one free deal why the ultra rare is so disappointing. Ultra rare for me is quite weak. It doesn't produce as much power gems as the Master Collection card. It doesn't upgrade power gems. All it does is increase your attack by 115% and gives you 5 power gem. This is normally what you would expect on probably the Master Collection card, but not the ultra rare, because the ultra rare is a really difficult card to actually get. The ultra rare is not guaranteed in the vault. Only the Master Collection card is guaranteed in the vault. You get a second copy of the Master Collection card in the collection if you meet all the criteria. The ultra rare is a card that should always have something spectacular on board. This one hasn't got anything spectacular on it as far as I'm concerned. It heals for 5,000% of your recovery if an attack or damage boost is activated, and that's it. The ultra rare, it's really, really, really disappointing. I actually thought it created 15 light power gems 7s, but when I saw at a rate of 5 per turn for 3 turns, that one was really and truly disappointing. Very, very disappointing. I'm actually disappointed in the ultra rare. It's got a counter skill that dispels alacrity. Alacrity affects any card that does a turn delay. So the bosses will be running alacrity this week. Alacrity, don't worry about alacrity. You don't need to dispel alacrity unless you're using a turn delay card, which most people won't be using anyway. So alacrity is something that you don't need to dispel. However, gem silence is one that you need to dispel, and poison, you can dispel poison if you're interested in dispelling it, but I'm not too particular about poison or alacrity. More concerned about power gem silence. Now this is the main hero, and the main hero for this week, I quite like the main hero. The main hero creates 6 light power gem 4s, which is, it's a reasonable amount of power gem. 6 power gems from a main hero is quite nice. 10 would be absolutely brilliant, but we can settle for 6 because people who are going to use like the main hero, people down in the lower leagues, are people who are just starting out in the game. If an attack or damage buff is activated, it upgrades 3 light power gems to 1 rank higher, which is okay. It's not ever gonna be a brilliant card. The days of main heroes being brilliant have long gone, so we expect main heroes to either be garbage, mediocre, or okay. This one is okay. It dispels gem silence, which is nice. This is your support card for this week, and your support card will create a total of 21 light gems at the rate of 7 per turns for 3 turns. Now, even this battle skill, even though it's creating just ordinary light gems, it still creates more gems on the board than the ultra rare. If the ultra rare had created, say, 7 power gems over 3 turns, that would be far better than 5 power gems over 3 turns. It's just pretty disappointing. This one heals as well if an attack or damage buff is activated. This one heals for 2000% of recoveries. That is our deck for this week. The best cards within the deck are the ultimate form, obviously, it's always going to be the best, and the master collection card. The ultra rare is pretty disappointing this week. Pretty disappointing this week. This event, the ultra rare, is one that you only want to get it to increase the pink stars on your ultimate form. These are some useful cards for this week. If you haven't got the current ultimate form, Wandering Clan is the oldest of the 2 that's going to give you the killer skill. This one spawns light gem, and if the way is active, it spawns 7 light power gem 4s instead. This was when they were going mad with this status. If you didn't have the status, your ultimate forms did not create power gems, they only created ordinary gems. That was absolute garbage. So got a 1 turn cooldown. Passive Shogun Blessing, cleanse up to 4 enemy debuff from a hero at the beginning of your next turn at a rate of 1 debuff plus 1 additional per 100 light slayer skill points. That one, this passive has got a 3 turn cooldown. Destiny's End, when 10 light power gem 1s or greater are on the board, increases light slayer attack by up to 48% at a rate of 12 plus an additional 12 per 100 light slayer skill points. It does create an ultimate gem, which is absolutely useless, and this one dispels weaken, which we haven't got this week. Supreme Elohim is the one that most people will be running this event because Supreme Elohim is really a nice card to use. It increases light slayer attack by 140%, so you've got attack boost coming from this card for 3 turns, so the attack boost lasts for 3 turns, and then it creates 6 light power gem 5s. It's got a 3 turn cooldown, and the passive creates 2 light power gem 4s every time an attack or damage buff is activated. This can be triggered unlimited times per turn and scale infinitely. When this card first came out, it filled the board with power gem 20s, which was not what it was meant to do. It was a bug, and they quickly fixed that bug because we're doing some massive damage. The next passive on board, at the end of each turn, it heals for 2000% of your recovery if you are affected by an attack or damage buff. So it's quite similar to the current ultimate form where we attack them, you're using the attack buff or damage boost. It does something quite nice. Silent Knights, it creates 8 light power gem 6s and increase light slayer's attack by 20% for 1 turn. This one's got a 1 turn cooldown. That's the usefulness about this card, the 1 turn cooldown. 2 passive, whenever another light slayer activate their battle skill, it creates 1 additional light power gem 6. So you can only create up to 4 extra light power gem on top of the 8 that you've got, which will give you 12 light power gems. You can activate its battle skill every single turn, so That's quite nice. It heals as well for 1000% of hero recovery. And this one dispels traitor, which we haven't got this week either. Enlightened Disciples is this was the ultimate form that we got the last Slay event. For one turn, increases light Slay attack by 40% and gain the attack bonus buff, and double the gems created by Master of Element for one turn. It's got a 2-turn cooldown. It's got the bonus attack buff, which is one of the passive. Next passive is Teachings of Purity, which creates 2 light power gem 7s each time a battle skill is activated. So you can create an extra 8 light power gem 7s with that passive ability. And Masters of Element on attack converts all non-light power gem to light power gems, then create 3 light power gem 6s. So that one is doubled when you actually activate the battle skill. So it creates 6 light power gem 6s plus the light power gems that it can create when you activate other battle skills as well. This card it's okay to use. I don't think it's anything to write home about. Enlightened Yokai. Now, Enlightened Yokai for me is a really nice card. It was very good back in the day, and it can be quite useful now. I've got that 6 pink stars, which is quite nice because I'm getting the maximum amount of attack from this card. It's awoken 2 times, should have awoken it 5. It creates 5 light power gem 4s and heal for 2000% of your recovery. If you are over 50% HP, the power gems are doubled. That means it creates a grand total of 10 light power gem 4s. If you're below 50% HP, however, it doubles the amount of heal that this card heals for. It's got a 4-turn cooldown, which is the disappointing part about this card for me. It's got 2 passive on board, the first of which, when 8 light power gem 1s or greater on the board, it decreases the damage taken by up to 16%. It starts at 4 and increased by 4% per 100 skill points. The next one, when a healing battle skill is used, it increases self-attack by 100% and create 3 light power gem 3s. Can be triggered once per turn. So that self-increase is really important. Because this card is actually at 6 pink star, it can increase its own attack by 100%. If you can increase your attack or damage on your deck quite significantly, you can increase the damage output of this card quite significantly. It's at 6 pink star, so it's gonna do really decent damage, which is quite nice. So I'm gonna probably incorporate this in one of my deck combos and see how I get on with those. With that is some of the useful cards that I've got. You've got other cards like Trap Masters, Courageous Wonder Workers, Bewitching Conjurers, Lustrous Super Knight. I've got that one at 6 pink star. Most people won't have this one. It came out during the New Dawn season. Any cards that came out during the New Dawn season, you will not be able to get them. Haven't found much use for this card because it's a rainbow deck. What it does, it heals for 500% of this hero's recovery and convert and upgrade 5 non-light power gems into light power gems of 1 higher level plus 1 additional gem converted per 25 immortal killer intensity. This is part of a rainbow gem, so it takes a while before it can convert and upgrade quite a lot of rainbow gems to light power gems. The next one is Star Song Wolfpack. Needs no introduction, and what this one will do, it will create power gems and it will increase light gem fall. It also upgrades all the light power gems by 2 rank, but it's a commander card, but it's a really useful light commander card which can be used in your light slayer deck, so that one is quite useful. These are some other cards that you could consider to build. You're not gonna really build a deck around it, but you're gonna use it to boost the damage output or attack output of for your deck. Metaverse Master needs no introduction. High Performance Unit Area, Circuit Breaker Area, and Supreme Santa. Those cards need no introduction, so I'm not really going to go through those cards. Those are some of the useful cards that we got there. Probably are far more useful cards you can find in your collection, but I won't go through those ones. So that is your deck for this week. Is it a powerful deck? No. Is it a useful deck? I wouldn't say the complete deck is useful. I would say the Master Collection card is quite useful, and the Ultimate Form is quite useful. The Ultra Rare for me is quite disappointing. Support card is, it's just a support card. And the main hero is one that, if you are just starting out, it's one that would be nice for you to get. So that's it from me. Like, subscribe, leave a comment below. And as always, it's Octane saying peace and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye for now.